Did you know that some of the most loved people in Hollywood are also the most carefully controlled? When we see actors on red carpets, interviews, and movie posters, it feels like we know them. They look confident, happy, untouchable. But what we're shown is rarely the full story, because Hollywood doesn't just create stars, it manages them. And today, we're talking about the darker side of some of the most famous names in the world. Not rumors, not conspiracy theories, just the parts of their lives that usually stay hidden. Let's start with Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is one of the biggest movie stars of all time. He's known for doing his own stunts, pushing his limits, and being obsessed with perfection. But behind that image is a level of control that most fans never see. Former employees, journalists, and even people close to him have all said the same thing. Tom Cruise doesn't just protect his image, he manages every detail of it. Who he dates, how he's photographed, what questions are allowed in interviews. There's a reason you rarely see him acting normal in public. Every appearance is calculated, and the moment something slips, it disappears. The famous Oprah couch moment? That wasn't just embarrassing, it was a reminder of how fragile even the biggest image can be. After that incident, Cruise almost vanished, until his public persona was rebuilt from scratch. Now let's talk about Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo is seen as the ultimate Hollywood success story. Oscar winner, environmental activist, untouchable status, but his personal life tells a very different story. For years, people noticed a pattern. Leonardo never dates women over 25. And while fans joke about it, insiders say it's not just a coincidence, it's about control. Younger partners are easier to keep out of the spotlight, easier to influence, easier to walk away from without scandal. His relationships don't explode, they quietly expire. And that's exactly how Hollywood prefers it. Clean endings, no mess, no headlines that last too long. Then there's Britney Spears. Britney wasn't just a pop star, she was a product. From a young age, her life was controlled by managers, labels, lawyers, and even her own family. Every move, every word, every appearance. When she finally broke under the pressure, the public didn't ask why. They laughed. What most people didn't realize is that Britney didn't lose control. It was taken from her. For over a decade, she wasn't allowed to make basic decisions about her own life. Her money, her body, her future. Hollywood kept selling her image, while quietly taking away her freedom. Next, Will Smith. For decades, Will Smith was seen as Hollywood's safest star. Funny, family-friendly, untouchable. But behind the scenes, his personal life was slowly falling apart. His marriage became public. His struggles became content. And instead of protecting him, Hollywood watched it happen. By the time the Oscar incident happened, it wasn't a sudden explosion. It was years of pressure finally snapping. And once the image cracked, the industry did what it always does. It stepped back. Hollywood loves you when you're profitable, but the moment you become unpredictable, you're on your own. Now let's talk about Megan Fox. Megan was labeled a sex symbol before she even had control over her own career. When she spoke out about how she was treated on set, she wasn't supported. She was replaced. Hollywood punished her for being honest, and for years she was framed as difficult, when in reality she just refused to stay silent. Only recently has the narrative started to change. But by then, the damage was already done. And finally, Keanu Reeves. Keanu is often called the nicest man in Hollywood, and in many ways, that's true. But what most people don't realize is that his distance from the industry isn't accidental. After losing close friends and loved ones, Keanu made a decision. He stopped playing the Hollywood game. No scandals, no PR relationships, no constant interviews. He shows up, does the work, leaves, and because of that, he's one of the few stars who seems genuinely free. So what's the real dark side of Hollywood? It's not drugs, it's not parties, it's not scandals, it's control. Who you can be, what you can say, and how long you're allowed to stay on top. Some stars play the game and survive. Some fight it and disappear. And a few quietly walk away before it breaks them. The next time you see a perfect smile on a red carpet, remember, that image was built for you, not by them.